don't know.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now, Artigan, as to your concerns.
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
Yes, from bandits. Would you like us to give it back to them?
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. The Inquisition is the only reason Selene still has the throne.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Sister Leliana asked to speak with you in private.
Something has come up. I'll be back.
What?
This is highly irregular.
Are we not even worth the Inquisitor's time?
Inquisitor, I thought you would want to see this. A Qunari warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace? So, what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this? This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Qunari military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how? Would the Iron Bull know anything about this? I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. Since becoming Tal Vashoth, he has had no contact with his people. He seems frustrated at not knowing more. Deadly mysteries at the Winter Palace. Throw in a Hulla statue and some Caprice coins and it's just like old times. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around? She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will ask Divine Victoria to call a recess for now. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be. You think that's likely? I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
I am grievously regretful of the inconvenience, but you must all remain outside.
What's going on? You can't keep me out of here.
It looks like he came down over the railing. An active Illuvian. If I'm going through it, I'm not going alone. Brought me here while showing me the Illuvians. I'd forgotten all the colors. Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
What's wrong? That one doesn't like you?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it. The blood trail leads to this mirror.
Let us see where this Kunari came from.
Elven ruins. I'm not sure we're even in Orlais anymore. Another Kunari, dressed like the one in the Winter Palace.
He's Karashok, a foot soldier. Must have been in the same squad. Oh, this is gonna be fun. The old team together again to kick some ass.
Scorch marks everywhere. This is the work of a mage.
A powerful one. I can still feel the heat crackling.
We need to find out why these Kunari were here and who did this to them. Over there, Kunari. If we want to know why they're here, we've got to get across to that island.
The elves bound a spirit here. It feels old. Very old.
What does it want? I think I know what to say. Milana de Thaverim. Rivas Vir Anaris. That worked. I think. like Veilfire. It claimed this was a refuge for elven slaves. This whole valley was a sanctuary created by the dreadwolf Fen'Harel. This doesn't make sense. In Dalish legends, Fen'Harel is our god of misfortune.
Cuts all over the back. He was killed by surprise.
This can't have happened too long ago. The blood's not even dry.
Here we go again. What a change of pace from the Winter Palace. A clear sky, a beautiful view, and yes, fields and fields of stripweed as far as the eye can see.
Stripweed.
Terrible. Looks like grass, stings like a knife, and causes sores if you so much as brush against it. So, of course, everyone in Menrathus insists it makes a very decent tea.
Fen'Harel helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
He took great pains to renounce his supposed divinity.
Fen'Harel sounds like quite the rebel. The old elven gods must have simply loved that.
Claims the elven gods were just Evaneris, powerful, but completely mortal mages.
Was this the start of an uprising? Freed elven slaves against their former masters?
If that's true, Fen'Harel was teaching these freed slaves the truth about these false gods.
Are you hurt?
It felt like the anchor stung me. This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
Right. Adventure. All part of the package.
Kunari were running when they died. Let's find where this battle began. No! Kunari!
The Inquisition doesn't
Why did those Kunari attack the Inquisition on sight?
No idea. They weren't Talvashoth, though. This might be a rogue group, but they think they're following the Qun.
What's this? Hidden weapons. These freed slaves actually fought back against the Evanurus posing as gods.
Interesting word, Evanurus. If all it means is mage leader, well, they were basically magisters.
This letter says the Kun... Rory came to these ruins because the Alluvians connect to Halam Shiral.
A staging ground for an invasion?
It was some sort of infiltration. There's no more details.
This is crazy. They're acting like we're at war.
Are they?
I don't know, boss. I wish I did.
I cannot even tell you how good it is to be an armor again instead of fancy vestments.
A note about an unknown intruder coming through an alluvion. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Kunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
Two parties then. The Kunari, and a mystery agent determined to stop them. Come on, we have to warn people about the Kunari's designs on the Winter Palace.
One dead Kunari was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Kunari may not be friendly to the Inquisition, but they have no reason to attack us.
They also have no reason to be here, or using Illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now.
It appears the relative peace and quiet of the last 2 years is coming to an end.
First the Blight, then Mages and Templars, then Corypheus, and now this. Can't we go 10 years without the world falling to pieces?
We must ensure that the Kunari do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
Could we use the Kunari threat to remind everyone how valuable the Inquisition still is?
Not until we know more. It will be fine. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate.
I'll head back to the crossroads. We need to find out what the Kunari are doing and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
Going all right so far?
I'm surprised no one from the Council of Heralds wants your autograph.
You just missed them. Duke Cyril keeps asking me for spoilers for my next book.
Any word from Hawk?
I got a message from, well, that's not to name an entire chain of smuggling syndicates and light company. Anyway, Weishaupt is apparently the special kind of mess that only appears when Hawk shows up. I'm not entirely sure how it'll all play out, but my money's on Hawk walking away from the Warden's fortress as it explodes.
I don't understand how you just become a Viscount.
When the ruler of a Marcher state dies and there's no heir, the nobles of the city pick a new ruler. Only none of Kirkwall's nobles actually want the throne. Most of them think it's cursed, actually. They can't leave it empty, though, or some other state like Starkhaven or Ansburg will probably invade. I complained about the empty office when it interfered with my reconstruction efforts. They took that as volunteering.
So, Bran used to be Viscount, and now he just follows you around?
Provisional Viscount.
Pretty much.
With a permanent appointee, finally, in the Viscount's office, I am free to return to my post as Seneschal.
He means my true calling is arrogantly telling people they can't talk to the Viscount. He's good at it, too.
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me.
I've been meaning to ask. Solus hasn't come back. Sent word? Anything?
Don't ask, please. It still hurts.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
What do you think's going to happen?
Make it. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
What does it look?
Things are in a... I wouldn't be surprised if we tore ourselves apart.
It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again.
I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge... I got the chance. It's still a little... But the commander appears to have forgiven me.
Until later.
Take care.
They made bodies from the Earth, and the Earth was afraid. It fought back, but they made it forget. He broke the dreams to stop the old dreams from waking. The wolf chews its leg off to escape the trap.
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. I mean, besides because Canary assassins and everything. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot, but don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice, and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
I suppose...
They're not but we've new fights to look forward to. We always do, seems like. It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to... Cassandra is staying herself, so far. And all for Andraste, I suppose. It still rings right, but the way people...
We'll talk...
Count...
Wish I hadn't burned all my contacts with the Ben Hasrath. Be nice to have some idea what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but then you'd be on their side, Chief.
Yes, but I'd know things. I like knowing things.
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The loyalty is touching, Krem.
I'll talk to you later.
Anytime.
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages. What comes after this? I cannot be set. I thought you'd appreciate that.
Good day.
Good day to you.
What is that?
Why are we playing silly buggers out here?
Demon! Hold your ground!
that's how the Kunari moved the paths.
Do a thing, rocks move. Switches are fine, whatever they look like.
This goes everywhere, even places that aren't anymore.
Right, if we're killing demons, let's kill some ruddy demons.
It wants to wake up but can't remember how. No one should be here.
We need to find out what these Kunari were up to. So let's go see, shall we? Looks like there was a bad cave-in. Look at all that. The Kunari have a huge operation here.
But why?
This place isn't stable.
Once again, your mark is glowing. Are you all right?
Well, maybe the anchor can make itself useful down here.
Watch out!
Where no one can hear.
After all the places we have been, I hardly expected to find us in another cave.
Cave beats fade. Barely.
Look, someone up ahead. I think he's human.
Stay back! Oh, wait. Your hand. Are you the Inquisitor?
Odd to find a human down in the deep roads at all, let alone one surrounded by Kunari.
We don't have much time. Please, what the Vidasala is doing, you have to stop her.
The Vidasala?
She's the leader of the Kunari here. She hates magic. Her job was to study it and stop it at all costs. Not anymore. I don't care whether you serve Fen'Harel or not. Someone has to stop her.
Why did the Kunari think that the Inquisition serves Fen'Harel?
I don't know. The Vidasala said it, and well... You're Dalish. It made as much sense as anything. We've had agents of Fen'Harel causing trouble all over the crossroads. Sabotage, making spirits attack us. I assume the Inquisition was their army. That you came here because Fen'Harel told you to.
Who are you exactly?
My name is Jeren. Sir Jeren, once. I was a Templar in Kirkwall.
You're Kunari.
Kirkwall was... madness. I stand for order and discipline. Protecting the innocent from magic. But this plan... it's as mad as Meredith ever was.
What do you mean? This Vidasala's not doing her job anymore?
Almost a complete reversal, actually. This place is a... The Kunari need it for... It's a maid. Even as a Templar, I'd never seen... And now Vidasala is giving them lyrium. A lot. There's more to it than that, but I couldn't find out what. The Kunari don't like it when you ask too many questions.
That's not seriously the name of the plan, is it?
You know that most... She said it would save the South. This mine is the only... They're using Gatlock. If you get the primers from Central Supply, you can prime the Gatlock and detonate it. The mines will go up in flames.
Even if I succeed, will that really stop the Vidasala?
It would be a start. Deep Stalkers and cave-ins will cut off reinforcements. You've got to find the Vidasala to end this war before it begins.
You gave secrets to the Qun that would condemn everyone. I can't leave that unpunished. Let's go. We have a lyrium mine to ruin.
short that carved their tunnels so tall?
Their ancient shapers were mountains drawn of all their wills, walking their members into valleys of the world.
Right, because that's an answer.
I have others.
We're good. We're all good. Dwarfy walls should glow. That's what makes them dwarfy.
Here they come!
Last time, it took an exalted march to stop the Kunari, and that barely worked. If they strike now, Thedas may fall.
There's one of the mining platforms. Now we just need primers.
We're blowing this up, right? Brilliant.
This cavern is barely holding together. If that Templar was telling the truth, the primers should be in here. We're almost there. We've got the primers. Let's go explode some Gallock.
Where they dig. Tricks and trials so the singing stones don't kill them.
You and the bard? But Sarah was never a bard.
Yes. Meriden says his patience will translate for my company all these years. But she laughs when she says it.
Right, you can have each other. And good for you, creepy.
I see you pass. Do you
the others about this Dragon's Breath plan.
Good. Let's move before this place fills entirely with water.
Josephine, we're probably at war with the Q. Anyone?
As if.
They're going to kill me.
Dragon's breath. The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors.
But what does it mean?
Who knows? Qunari agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fen'Arel.
We know that Mythal actually exists. It's possible Fen'Arel is still here in some form, too.
What you describe in the ruins certainly implies that the Dread Wolf of Elven legend is a real person.
But how does that implicate us? What made them decide that the Inquisition serves this Fen'Arel?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidisala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari Corps.
Orlais would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
My plan to seize power in Ferelden would hardly start with soldiers scuffling in Orlais, Altegan.
While the Exalted Council is our foremost priority, the Inquisitor will, of course, address this matter personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Orlais stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
That barrel there, where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
I apologize for my guard's actions. My people will take her into custody with your permission.
As you say, Inquisitor, Lord Cyril will hear about this.
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard?
The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace.
Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the Dragon's Breath.
How are you still
Years of training as a bard, Inquisitor. We cannot show weakness now. Enemies could be watching, or we can let them seize idle conversation between two friends.
You think the dragon's breath is these Gatlock barrels?
Of course. A surprise attack, even through the Illuvians, would have met fierce resistance. But if everyone at the Exalted Council died in an explosion, the South would be rudderless, vulnerable to attack. This is what Corypheus should have done after the explosion at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. An attack as swift and unstoppable as the breath of a dragon.
The guard who confronted the servants said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Kunari writing.
Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidusala through the mirror marked by a bookcase.
I've been hoping to meet the esteemed Vidusala. How nice of her to invite us over.
Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.